All right, now the details on an exclusive NBC 10 I-Team investigation that has people talking.
Convicted criminals owe Rhode Island taxpayers more than $70 million in unpaid court costs. But when it comes to trying to collect the cash, we learned the court system itself is violating state law.
The I-Team's Katie Davis set out to learn why, and she went to the courts for answers.
In thousands of cases, convicted criminals skip out on their fines, and the tab for Rhode Island taxpayers just keeps growing. $53 million in unpaid fees and fines in Superior Court. Another $17 million in District Court. Getting all $70 million back isn't realistic. The fines go back decades. Some offenders have died, others have moved out of state.
But what could we do if just a quarter of that money was collected? Rhode Island would have an extra $17 million. That's enough to pay a year's worth of tuition for every full-time student here at CCRI, or fund the entire annual budget for the city of Central Falls.
So what's being done to collect that cash? It's what's not being done that may surprise you. A 2007 Rhode Island law says the names of anyone who owes money and the amount they owe must be posted on the court system's website. It's a way to hold people publicly accountable. But when we checked the website, that list was nowhere to be found. In an ironic twist, the I-Team learned the court system isn't following the letter of the law.
How did we get 7 years in and not resolve this?
That's a good question.
Court spokesman Craig Berkey says the list itself isn't the problem. It's language in the law requiring that everyone on the list receive 30 days written notice.
We don't have that technological capability right now.
A massive court system computer upgrade began in November with results expected by the end of 2016. In the meantime, the Court Connect website does allow you to search individual names and see outstanding fines.
We want to comply with the law. We agree with the spirit of the law.
So why pass a law that the court system doesn't have the technology to follow? I went to the State House to find out.
The General Assembly can pass laws, but it's really up to the court to enforce itself.
Representative Cale Keeble heads the House Judiciary Committee. He wasn't in office when the law was passed, but he promised to work with the court system going forward, possibly removing that pesky 30 days notice language.
Can we look at changing just that component of the law, perhaps?
I think that would make sense.
The NBC 10 I-Team uncovered another problem when we visited Magistrate Patricia Harwood's courtroom in Superior Court. On a single day, more than 140 people were on the calendar for court fees and fines. Most told the judge they simply had no way to pay.
And what is your source of income?
I've just been shoveling snow. I recently just become unemployed. That's why I'm here.
Many will make payments for the rest of their lives and maybe never pay off the debt. Some states allow people to use community service as part of their payment plan. For example, $10 of credit for every hour worked. That would require changing Rhode Island law, something Keeble says he supports.
As long as it was within the discretion of the judge, I'd be okay with that. A lot of times people find themselves in court on the worst day of their lives. And I think the General Assembly, the courts, we should all be trying to make a better society.
Keeble went one step further, saying credit for attending a college like CCRI could be another option, again with a judge's approval. He says the Judiciary Committee will take a closer look in the next few months. The I-Team will be tracking their progress. I'm I-Team reporter Katie Davis, NBC 10 News.